curious saga of singer Keli Holiday. Now, Keli Holiday is not just a performer. No, he's also the boyfriend of that well-known lefty podcaster, Abbie Chatfield. Together, they're a couple of social justice warriors in love, or maybe just a set of matching contradictions. So, picture this. The Australian Turf Club, in their infinite wisdom, announced Keli Holiday would perform at Royal Randwick this April as part of their bid to attract more young people to horse racing. But there was a tiny wrinkle in their plan. You see, just a few years ago, Keli's other half, the ever-enlightened Abbie Chatfield, publicly mocked celebrities who dare set foot at the races, telling her million-plus followers she wouldn't be caught dead at Flemington, not for all the money in the world.
Guys, I thought we were done with the races. I thought that wasn't a thing anymore. Why is so many people going the races? What the hell? Dying at random people's snarky DMs being like, were you even invited? Yeah, I was offered money to go. A lot of money. And I said,
Well, when that video resurfaced this week, Holiday suddenly found himself too busy to headline the championships at Royal Randwick. After all, he's pulled out of the event. This, Caleb and Freya, is what we call the woke shuffle. Make bold proclamations about you won't do, and then get caught cashing in on exactly the thing you publicly despised. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, look, as a racing man, I'm terribly disappointed that I won't be able to go and see Mr. Holiday performing on day one of the championships at Royal Randwick. And I'm also bitterly disappointed that I don't run into Abbie Chatfield when I go to the Melbourne Cup or to Derby Day down at Flemington. It has really ruined my day at the races, I have to tell you. Because he put out this song. It went to #1 last year called Dancing 2, which is about how he met Abbie, and the song sort of goes at the crucial bit, I was dancing and you were dancing too. Well, it would seem in this case you were grifting and I was grifting too, because how do you not know? I'm sorry, you jump up and down about social justice, and he said a lot of weird stuff, Mr. Holiday, including about people who went to the March for Australia rallies who, I think he said they should be in prison or worse. He would not clarify what worse meant, but I think we can all read between the lines. So that's what he thinks of, hard-working, everyday Aussies who care about their country. Did he not think there might be a small problem in carrying on like that and then taking the money of a racing club, which gets its money from people who go to the races? Oh, my God, animal abuse at the racing, as these idiots all say. But anything for $1, I suppose, until you get caught out.
Exactly. Honestly, I just don't know why anyone takes Abbie Chatfield seriously. But this is the problem. She is massively influential among young women. There's been some internal polling done by a group that shows 20% of young women in Australia get their political opinions from Abbie Chatfield. That is terrifying.
For viewers who perhaps don't know much about her, what's the appeal? Because you often see the craziness. What's the appeal for so many young women?
Well, look, I don't really see it. She's blocked me on every social media platform after I made videos making fun of her. But I guess, she's relatable, she's pretty, she's quite articulate. She is an intelligent girl, but oftentimes intelligent people can be extremely stupid. So she is someone, she had the Prime Minister on her podcast just weeks before the election. In the podcast prior to that, she was talking about all sorts of lewd sexual acts. She has a line of kinky sex toys and butt plugs, and it is genuinely disgusting.
That might be the first time that word's ever been used on Sky News, I think. But
I am sorry to all the viewers at home, but this is the kind of person that is occupying a central place in the political discourse for young women. That is terrifying.
Well, because she has so many followers, the Prime Minister doesn't care much, I suppose, what it is she's talked about. It's the audience that she generates that makes her valuable.
I know, and we saw that during the election campaign with Labor in particular. I think it was during the federal budget, wasn't it, last year, where they were getting influencers involved in the coverage,
Yes.
and invited them to the budget lock-up and treated them as though they were journalists. And I mean, these people don't have a journalistic bone in their body. They don't have any qualifications. They've never worked in a newsroom, haven't gone through a cadetship, but they have audiences because they share their opinions. Of course, you're within your rights to do that, but it doesn't mean that you know how to deal with information that governments hand out and how to critically assess that and say, well, this is right and this is wrong. It's just a conduit for governments to get out what they want to get out. That's why they use them.
So as the racing expert, quickly before we move on, is Keli Holiday a loss to the racing industry?
No.
Won't be performing?
Absolutely not. I'm sure the ATC will be able to get a much better act to perform on day one of the championships. We're not going to miss him. I can tell you that for free. And by the way, as I always point out in these situations, all you anti-racing people, I thought we were done with the races. Go and look at how many people have been going to the Melbourne Cup and Derby Day over the last few years, or the whole of the Spring Carnival. The attendance numbers keep going up and the viewership numbers on TV keep going up. So it turns out that people are actually turning on to racing. They aren't turning off.